Today I'm going to be talking to you about cold calling. How good are you? Is it dead? Is it alive? Is it real? Should you do it? Should you pick up the phone and call somebody and say, hey, I don't know you and you don't know me, but we should get to know each other. Do you have to make that call? Will you have to make that call? Do you get terrified when you need to make that call? Do you use a script? Do you have a script? What do you know about the phone? And look, I know there's a lot of people out there saying that call is dead. But no matter how much you use LinkedIn, Facebook, or whatever social medium you're using, what Infusionsoft, whatever lead producer or CRM that you're using right now, if you think cold calling is dead, folks, you're never, ever going to do business with me, ever. And here's why. Because I'm not going to respond to your Facebook Messenger, okay? I know some of you need to be making phone calls. You're making 30 or 40 phone calls a day. You need to be making 300 phone calls a day. 10x what you're making because you're so busy. Some of you know more about refugees, Paris, Belgium. Some of you know more about all these global events. And where did you get the time to do that? Okay, that time, that distraction robbed you of making calls. Now, the reason it robbed you and the reason it distracted you is you would not be distracted if you knew what you were doing. Okay? It is impossible to distract someone that knows exactly what they're doing. Unless, it's way out of your control, right? If you're totally in your deal because you know your deal, you understand your deal, the NASCAR driver will drive right through the crash. Okay? So we asked on Twitter today, at Grant Cardone on my Twitter handle, do you think cold calling is dead? What do you think? What do y'all think?
No way.
72% of the people said no. 28% of the people said yes. The 28% of the people that said yes are wrong. You are wrong. Cold calling is not dead. In your career, and I know this from a personal fact, in your career, you will be required at some point in your career to call someone cold. Okay? Some point in your career, you'll be calling back a customer, by the way, and somebody that knows you, somebody you have engaged with, and that call will feel as cold as calling a stranger. I know I've done this in my own personal life. I'm sure you guys have. Call somebody up, think they're going to greet you warm, embrace you, hug you, give you a little sex on the phone, and then the next thing you know, cold as ice. You know the old saying, everybody wants to go to heaven,
but nobody wants to die.
Nobody wants to die. Number one, I want to have a six-pack, but I ain't got no time to do my sit-ups. Everybody wants to be the boss. Nobody wants to write a check. Nobody wants to fire anybody. Nobody wants to hire anybody. Nobody wants to be the boss. They just want to act like the boss, okay? I know you ladies know guys like this. They won't boss up. They just talk up, okay? You guys want to make more money? You got to pick up the phone. You want to make more money, you got to pick up the phone. Sure. You guys need to stay out of politics and pick up the telephone. You need to stay out of the terror and the media and pick up the phone, okay? Do you know how to make a call? Do you have a framework, a script, a pitch? Do you know what to say, what not to say? Do you know how to get my attention, how to set hooks? Do you know how to drop something in me that I just can't spit out even after I hang you out? Hang up on you. I'm like, who is that cat? I need to check him out. I've had people hang up on me. They call me back right away and say, dude, I did not know that's who that was. Because I set a hook in him. Do you know the magic questions? Do you know how to make a cold call? Because in your lifetime, you will call someone, an uncle, an aunt, a brother, and you will have to pitch them. You'll pitch your brother on a phone call to try to get him to introduce you to somebody he knows, and you'll feel as awkward in that call as if you were calling a pure stranger. It happens to everybody. Hey, this is Grant. I'm going to give you my call. This is Grant Cardone with Cardone Enterprise. The reason I'm calling you is your name was given to me, or, by the way, you entered your information on our website last night. That's a cold call. How many agree with that?
Yeah, cold call.
Hey, you hit our website last night. My name's Grant with Grant Cardone. You hit my website last night at 11 a.m. You remember that? No, not really. I was drinking, smoking some kush. To be sure I'm not wasting your time, okay, to be sure I'm not wasting your time, by the way, first of all, you might not even qualify for what we were presenting last night in our offer. So that I don't waste any of your time. Number one, do you have any children? Let's say I'm selling a product for children. Do you have children? 'Cause look, if the guy don't, do you know children? Do you love children? Do you like to be with children? Okay? What are your main issues with children? Okay, I need to start qualifying the buyer and find out what it is they need or want. Why have you not done this already? You hit our website last night. Okay, are you in sales? Why did you not pull the trigger last night? And we increased sales by 40% of individuals. If half of what I have promised you is true, do you have $3,000 to invest? Okay, now that's a basis of a cold call. That's a structure, a basic structure I use, a very lucid construction, like an outline. This is how calls actually go. Hey, John, Grant Cardone, you don't know me and I don't know you. The reason I'm calling you right now, I'm not rushed, very focused. The reason I'm calling you, okay, is because you need a reason. You need a reason. Lamonis gave me your phone number and dropped that hook. Somebody gave me your number, or I was given your number by someone, or you hit our website and, right? I need to be very clear. It needs to be very, very specific. Now, for those of you who speak other languages, and English might not be your first language, and English is your first language, but you're talking to somebody where English is not, you need to be even crisper, because things get lost in translation. Good name for a movie. Okay.
That's good.
Okay, so is cold calling dead? I'm telling you, it is not. You will be forced to make a cold call in your lifetime. This is why so many people are jittery at an interview. This is why people come in. I can see people in an interview shaking. I'm like, dude, what's going on, man? What's wrong with those people, man? That guy's got an alcohol problem. No, that guy was scared because they've never making a cold call. Hey! You ever done that in somebody's neighborhood? Walk up to somebody's neighborhood. Go down to your neighborhood. Just go across the street where you live, where you drive, and your kids play every day, and go knock on a neighbor's door that you don't know, and feel the terror just rake through your body. Okay? Your whole life you've been told not to go meet people you don't know, not to bother people. You know, don't use people for anything, right? Don't infringe on friendships or family. This is all garbage information. The top 1% of the 1%, they do whatever it takes to get around people they don't know, not more of the people they do know. They're not staying with a group of people they know. They're getting to the groups of people they don't know. 3 billion people on planet Earth make $2 a day. $2 a day. You live in Syria right now. Best thing that might happen is you have to leave. It's going to be ugly, man. The transition's going to be ugly while you're leaving. Maybe you got to go to 3 or 4 countries. Maybe you got to go to 5 countries or 6 countries. I don't know. It's ugly, man. This is the real world you guys are living in. Somebody's got to make a cold call and they live in America, and somebody in Syria gets pushed out of their home because somebody's not taking care of the people there. So this is the real world you live on. We're being reminded every day, man, the planet is painful to live on. Get your money right. Protect your freedoms. Okay? Know that everything can change tomorrow. Everything tomorrow can change. You're not guaranteed freedom, okay? I'm not guaranteed sanity. You know, I'm not guaranteed a customer. I'm not guaranteed that what I'm doing today I'll be able to do tomorrow. I'm not guaranteed good health. Nothing, man. This is a freaking crazy planet you live on. Folks, look, if you don't know how to make a cold call, you are dead. You are dead, okay? Your business is going to be this big and this big forever. If your business is built in a neighborhood, and let's say that neighborhood is this big, 5 miles. Let's say that's 5 miles. And you don't know how to call outside that 5 miles. Dude, look, sorry. You know how to use LinkedIn and you know how to use Facebook Messenger, but you don't know how to pick up a phone? Today already, let me just tell you. If I go to Facebook, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 30, 40, 52 messages on Facebook. That's today, man. I'm not going to answer them. I'll never get to them. I don't even know what these people are saying. Here, I'll look at one. I need about a dozen 10X planners. Whoa. This guy wants my product. And I ignored him. I want 15. He wants to give me $300. And I ignored him. But the reality is, no matter how much data you got about a customer, dude, the call is cold. It is a cold call, no matter what. Hey, I saw you on LinkedIn. We have 67 connections. I know your wife. She knows my wife. I know her girlfriend. I know Bobby Boo and Johnny John. And I know this person. Dude, it's still the guy's still on the phone like, Dude, I wasn't expecting this phone call. I got shit going on. I don't even know why I picked it up, right? So you got stuff going on. I'm in a meeting right now. So all I'm going to do right now is find out, do I have the right person? If this is an HR person, are you the one that makes the decision? And they would say, well, no, it would be me and 2 other people. Great. Who are those people? Collect data. Who else would be involved? Who would be influencing the decision? What are you looking for, okay? If I could do everything possible, you got to come up with that list of 3 or 4 magic questions. Lisa Smithson, what if he says, I don't believe you at all? Okay, good. Good question right here. You guys with me? Lisa says, what if he says, I don't believe anything you're saying? Look, man, how important was that question then? If I say, hey, John, how much of what I believe, what I'm saying, do you believe right now? I don't believe anything what you're saying right now. I was calling a Ford dealer in Tampa, and I'm pitching the guy on the phone. And I can tell that he does not believe what I'm telling him. I can feel this like, that's all bullshit. I can just feel it coming off of him, right? You can feel when somebody doesn't.
Yep.
You ever had a conversation with somebody
yeah.
and you're like, they don't believe a word I'm saying right now. And I said, hey, let me ask you.
You don't believe a word I'm saying?
Let me ask you, Mr. Hopkins. That's what his real name is. I said, how much of what I'm telling you right now do you believe? He's like, dude, I don't believe one thing of what you're saying. And as soon as he finished the last word, he's cracked up laughing. And it was the first time I actually got in communication with him. It was the first time we were actually talking, man. It was the first time the guy dropped his guard down enough to laugh that we could talk, okay? It took me another 1.5 years to get his business. But the point is, ask the hard questions. If you're giving somebody a price and they're flinching on it, ask them. They're not telling you the price is too high, but they flinch. And you cross your fingers and hope it never comes up again. It's coming up again, dude. It's freaking lodged in his brainola. Is it too soon? Because I'm gonna tell you something. I was on a show yesterday. I said, hey, what do you think business people and artists can learn from ISIL? And you know what they can learn? What you can learn, if you're an artist or a businessman or businesswoman, what you can learn is this. You need to promote radically today, okay? You don't need to kill people. You don't need to shoot stuff up. You need to promote that big, though, to where the world stops and says, who is that guy? Who is that gal? Who is that company? What are they doing? They're shaking up the world, right? So you need to promote in a manner that is so massive, so loud, so big, so continuous that nobody can shake you or the images of you out of their head. But the basic purpose of this group is to provide you with a focus, persistence, consistency, and success. God bless. Have a great weekend.